the fact that I had beat her in anything could never be true. And that is the truth on my side, because to be honest, I was good at nothing. I really wasn't. I did not win any broad jump or high jump or long jump, ever. I never won a single race in the school. The athletes are actually right here, not here. Yeah. My elder sister was a great athlete, in the same category as some of the girls we have here, but never me. I was always put in the relay as the third runner and warned that, look, if you lose us the relay, you better run off the field and never come back, because that's how slow I was. I just couldn't do it. My mom was very, very friendly with the PT mistress at that time, Mrs. O'Connor. They actually they went a long way back, their friendship, so she was very good friends with her, and because of that, when the girls used to be, lined up to jump on the sand pit that was just in front here, the girls used to be given 3 chances, right, to get it right. I used to be given about 9. Yeah, but I can tell you, even if she put me at the edge of the pit, I still wouldn't have made it, because I never made it. I never made it. I was too nervous to jump. So every time I got to the end of the pit, I ran across. And every time she would say, Haslan, can you not just try to jump? And I used to say, I'll try again. And she used to say, okay, go on now, get some water and come back after a little while so they'll forget that you had chances. They'll try again. I never won anything. But the reason for that is what I'm going to talk to you about today. The reason for that, as some of you have read the article, that we came from an extraordinarily poor background. I always use the quote that I love very much, and I'm going to start with that today, and it goes like this. I was a beggar by the corner, whom no one gave a dime, but today I read and write and speak because someone took the time, right? And I say that because 2 siblings who were born before me didn't make it. They passed away due to poverty and malnutrition. 2 siblings after me who were twins met the same fate. And a 5th sibling who's today thankfully married in Australia and who actually topped a university in London, and her picture was on every tube and every bus, was from this school too. When we were born and when we were growing up, we were homeless. We stayed behind people's houses, on their verandas, under their steps, and wherever my mom could find a place for us. Soon after, we got very ill of living, on the streets and under the steps, and I'm not sure if any of you have looked at the cover of my book. It's everywhere on Google, on websites and things like that. You'll see that I've put a picture on the cover of my book, which is actually our first home. Our home under the steps with my little sister Vanessa, me and my mom, right there. When we got ill of remaining and living on the streets and in those lanes, we actually were put with a very old lady who, because of her age, she was a bit senile, and she discovered that I was very scared of cockroaches. So I saw a cockroach come over her floor once. Being very tiny at the time, I was very scared. So she discovered that fear, and every evening she would take me to one of her toilets, the Indian style toilet, and she would open the door, show me thousands of these flying cockroaches, put me in, close the door and put off the light. Every day, for months. When that happened, and when we were admitted to the school, at least I can talk for myself in particular, we came from I was a very, very nervous child. Right up to the age of about 14, I kept falling down everywhere I went. Even in front of my boyfriends many times. You can imagine how humiliating that was, right? And my sister always used to tell me, your boyfriend's passing, now please don't fall, right? Or don't wear heels because you're sure to fall, right? But I couldn't help it, I would just fall. And they still tease me about that today. Apart from that, as you know, I couldn't jump, I couldn't run. There was a mixture of confidence issues and problems and mental issues and all of that was going on in the mind and in the heart of this little child who was me at the time. I'm not sure if any of you know this, but apart from you seeing a poor child with yellow collars and maybe a torn shoe or a sock where the elastic's gone loose, or the tunic where your hem is hanging, behind all of that lies a child with a lot of potential. But on the surface of that, there is also a lot of complications. Like, for example, a malnutrition child will be very slow to learn. What a child would get in 3 times of your teacher teaching you, we wouldn't get in 20 times, really. We would be so slow, right? We would have wounds that would never heal, right? We would have, just whole string. If you just go onto Google and just type in symptoms of malnutrition and you would just see it's a whole range of issues.